Ahoy! In this video I'm going to talk about some of the magazines and newspapers that I picked up at Empire LARP last year, so at E4 2024. Because if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you're into LARP, specifically the Empire LARP, but also into books and magazines. So, what did I get? First up was the Inkwell. This is a broadsheet newspaper, effectively. It gives you a lot of what's going on in the Empire, and it's one of the cheapest at 5 rings, so it's quite a good value. Second up, we have the Oathright. Now, this is the cheapest thing I have found out there. It's 3 rings, so the nice thing is it is affordable for everyone, and it has, again, a whole range of items of what's going in and around the Empire, so if you're new, it'd be useful to find out what's going on. Next, I have some small books, or like booklets I got. So they've not been doing it as long, trying to make sure the screen doesn't glare it. So we have the Oath Spike. So this is the companion to the Oathright, and it's full colour, so it's more expensive. It just costs £1, and it gives more detail in different things that are going on. So it has things like the Senate budget, what wars are going on, but also information about different people and activities. Next, we have the Key. I haven't got this before that event. If you're in the Brass Coast, this is a really good one to pick up. I'm not in Brass Coast, but I just wanted to know what's going on everywhere. So it has loads going on, and in particular, in the middle of it, if I can unfold it out properly, there is a giant fold-out A4 map of what is going on, including wars and things like that. So yeah, that was handy. Next, we have Fight and Fancy. This is a Dawn-focused, very glossy, like little booklet type thing, and it is about arms and armor, and just an armored fashion magazine is the best way to describe it. I think it was a crown, most likely, because it's got good production quality to it. I picked that up in Dawn, unsurprisingly. Then we have Whale Song. So if you're into magic and historical research, this was quite an interesting one. It was quite different, but I also just liked the cover and the name, to be all honest, because I didn't know what it was about, but I went, you look cool, I want to buy you. I think this was, oh no, this is 10 rings, so £0.50 as a way to think of it. I picked it up, I think it was in the Navarre market, most likely. With a lot of these, if you're not sure where to find them, the Anvil Library is a great place to pick stuff up if you not sure where to pick them up. Next up, we have Move to Vote. If you're aware of what Private Eye is, the satirical news magazine in the UK is, this, but for magicians. Yeah, if you want to know the silly things that are going on with magicians, that's the one to get. Next up is Play Nation. This I got in the League. So they are quite... yeah, they're elaborate. They've got that kind of vibe. It is got some risque art into it, so I won't be showing it off in here. I cannot remember at all how much it was. I forgot to say. Move to Vote was only 5 rings, quite small, good value. I think this might have been 10 rings or so. Let's say middle price. Next up, we have the Harper. this was a first issue. There you go. First edition. This was also from Dawn. And whereas Fight and Fancy is about fashion and armor, this is about stories and poems and songs. So if you're more into that kind of vibe, you don't want to know what people are looking like, but you just want to hear stories, you like poetry, give this one a go. I imagine they'll be making an issue too. Again, I think it might have been 10 rings, although it's quite thick, so possibly a crown, because there's a lot of pages to it. Again, that was in Dawn. It was in like a trust box where you take it out and put the money in. Yeah, and then, not a book, but something else I picked up was an Inquisition report on the Archmage of Spring, Ibis Briarheart. This was free and it was left in the hub. There are plenty of other things that I never got a chance to buy, partly because if I spend all my money on that, I won't have any money left. If you have previously attended Empire and you bought something that I haven't mentioned here, please let me know in the comments, because other people who see this might want to do it. If you're going to make something that I also haven't mentioned, feel free to plug it here, because the more people who know about these things, they can pick them up on the field. Enjoy.